Good morning, everyone. It's Friday again. I hope everyone had a great week. We are sitting on a nice, cozy couch today because sometimes that's the best place to read a story, is to snuggle up with your mom or your dad or grandmas and grandpas and just read a nice, cozy book. We're going to read a special book today because next week, for some kiddos, and maybe this week for some kiddos, was a very exciting week. Or you have a very exciting week coming up. Some of you might be getting ready to start preschool, or maybe even kindergarten. And that is so exciting. So many new experiences to look forward to. But it's also kind of a little bit scary because you're going to be away from your mom and your dad, and maybe your brothers and sisters, and you're going to a new place that you've never been before, and with a new teacher, and that can be kind of scary. And you know what? I bet your mommy and your daddy are just a little scared too because they're letting their little baby go off to school all by themselves. So today we're going to read a special book that might give you an idea of how to make that a little more special. And it's called The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. And it's about two little raccoons, a mama raccoon and a baby raccoon. And it's illustrated by Ruth E. Harper and Nancy M. Leek. And the illustrator, that's the person that draws all the wonderful pictures. But before we start today, we're going to do a little bit of our brain gym exercises to help our brain and our ears get ready to listen. So if you remember, we've done this in the past. We're going to take our ears and we're going to massage our ears all the way down to our earlobes. And we're going to take some big deep breaths as we get our listening ears and our thinking caps on. We're going to do it one more time. All right. We're going to read The Kissing Hand. So snuggle in with who's ever sitting with you watching today. And we're going to read a story. Look at this pretty picture. There's baby raccoon and a mommy bird and butterflies. It's a nice springtime picture, isn't it? Oh, Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. I don't want to go to school, he told his mother. I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, please, may I stay home with you? Look at that, he's got a little tear. Poor Chester. Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do, she told him gently, even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start. You'll make new friends and play with the new toys. There's the woodpecker. Look at the new toys he can play with. And oh, there's a little squirrel that might be a new friend. Read new books and swing on new swings. Besides, she added, I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home. Now that's kind of silly. Raccoons go to school at night. because raccoons are nocturnal. They come out at nighttime. So when we're going to bed, they're getting up and getting ready. So they go to school at night, and we go to school during the day. That's kind of silly. Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. A secret? What kind of secret? Oh, a very old secret, said Mrs. Raccoon. I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand. The kissing hand? Asked Chester. What's that? Look, even Froggy and Dragonfly are curious, and Snail. They want to know what the kissing hand is. I'll show you. Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of the palm. Mwah! Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Oh, even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Look at that. There's nothing more special than a mommy's kiss. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. Now, she told Chester, whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, oh, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts. Can everyone do that? Put your hand on your cheek and say, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. Look, little Possum, he's even like, oh, that's a good idea. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his little fingers around the kiss. Now, do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry. When you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. That's a good thing. We don't want to lose a kiss from Mommy, do we? Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. Looky there, his little hand has so much love from his mom. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly he turned to his mother and grinned. Give me your hand, he told her. Think maybe he wants to give his mommy a kissing hand? Let's see. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. Mwah! Now, you have a kissing hand too, he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and I love you, Chester turned and danced away. Look at all those new friends. There's Chester and a fox and a stinky skunk. And there's a fawn, a baby deer, and a frog, and all those bunnies. They're all going to the tree for school at nighttime because they're all nocturnal. And remember, nocturnal animals come out at night. Oh, Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across a tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in, a new school year, woo, woo. Oh, she pressed her hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you. It sang, Chester loves you. And oh my, look at all those new friends they have. There's the fawn and Chester and bunnies and foxes and frogs and mice and maybe a bird. That bird's kind of hard to see. And there's some possums. They are all ready for their new school year. I love you. And this is the sign language sign for I love you. And there's his hand with a kiss. All right. So I know some of you might be kind of nervous to start school next week, or this is your first week. But always know that your mommies and your daddies love you, and your teacher's going to love you so much, and you're going to have so much fun. And moms and dads, your kiddos are going to love it. There's going to be some tears, but it's okay. Give them a kissing hand so they know that they can always have your kiss with them. All right, before we go, we've got to sing a song. And we are going to sing You Are My Sunshine, because our kiddos are some of our best sunshine. All right, so if you know the words, sing along. Are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Well, you're my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. All right, so as you start your new adventure, you might come up with some special little trick to help you, moms and dads, and your kiddos have a successful school year. And don't forget to read a book every evening. Snuggle up on your couch, snuggle up in bed, and make those great memories and spend that special quality time together, especially now that they're starting school. It's the best thing you can do. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next Friday, and have a wonderful week at school. See you next week. Goodbye.